You doing your auntie and uncle circuit.
Yeah, no, real shit. That's why I'm like, yo, it's like fucking y'all up to see me be a little lady. This is crazy.
Grown up. She's grown.
You know?
She's all grown up.
Yeah, I know. I seen it in that Kanye video. I was like, what the fuck going on? Like, that was the time, right? That was when she became a woman, right? When we seen that video, I was like, holy shit. I was at the awards when they played that shit. You know, they played
that was
the first
a
time
time
on the awards, right?
Yeah, that was.
I was in there watching. I said, what the fuck? I was like, yo, this shit crazy. And I seen you in the club one time too.
You did?
Doing some astronomical shit. It was in Miami and it was like a pole, like a light. And the way you, not a stripper pole, a pole. And the way you was dancing on this fucking pole, I thought like, yo, she's an alien or something. I said, yo, she out of control with this shit right here. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And you do, like, he be doing the pull-ups. You doing all that shit on there.
Oh yeah, when I be like, but that's that Harlem shit. Yeah, we used to be on the scaffolds doing that.
Doing the pull-ups.
I ain't going from when I'm in battle mode, like especially in the yams, like I don't like feeling like people playing with me a little bit, and I feel like people would come around like my table and try and like start dancing. I gotta let you know because you can't do no pull-ups. You from the yams, you can't do no pull-ups.
Yeah.
We got scaffolds on the block everywhere we go.
Nah, I seen that shit one time. I was like, yo, this girl crazy. Like, this shit out of control. Like I said, you're a triple threat.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I had every stage like in my life. Like Miami was like my young 20s, but like as a mom and like just super grown, like I'm so chill. I be chilling.
As a mom.
But I'm still ready to battle whenever, because I be feeling like people be trying me. But
they think you lost.
That's the
you know what's crazy? I can't even go. I've been to a strip club where the girls didn't even want to dance around me. Huh?
They was intimidated?
Yeah. But it was the sweetest because it wasn't like a battle thing. Like in the club is when people would try and try it. But it got to a place where like it went from people wanting to battle to now people don't even want to like dance around me. The girl's like, oh my God, because you be dancing down. I feel crazy. I'm like, girl, this is
do your job.
Not even you, bro. You killing it. You feel me? Because y'all be doing shit that I'm like, bitch, yes, get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want people to see me and be intimidated. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are beautiful, y'all killing it, and they just be like start pop locking this shit. I was like, babe, it's
they want to do a lot.
The pop locking in the 6-inch heels is insane.
You know, you was you at your videos where they dance or they come and be in your video and then nobody want to see that shit, right? They come up in there and start pop like you be like, yo, my man, we looking for the like a vibe, like
the other dance.
Yo, when they start doing the other dance, you like, yo, my man, like, you know, this ain't that type of party right here.
Oh shit.
It's crazy. You know, the one time I seen some shit like that was we was at the Ruck and we brought AI and they didn't want to check him. He's the only NBA player I ever seen at the Rucker that they would not D him up. They didn't want to D up AI. Like he came out there and nobody wanted to D him up. They was playing him from far, like almost like the strippers don't want to dance around you. Where AI came out there and started going like, they was like, nobody wanted to be embarrassed on camera or nothing like that. He was just hopping to the rim. Nobody played defense on him.
It was
so I've seen that shit before. I got a personal question, right? The first album produced by the icon Yeezy, right? What was that process like working with this man? Because I went in there to make a song. You on the song. I brought a whole nother song.
On that song. It's like 88
yeah, but you
people
on the song. Listen.
It's me, you, and 87
What song is it?
I had a song. It's called Pride and Joy I did with Kanye, but he went and called. Guess, Busta, this, he did. The point is.
You know what's crazy? That nigga had me lay the hook for Pride and Joy.
Yeah?
I just told you, now that's 85 more people.
86 and a half. Yo, the craziest shit
I like that song.
Yeah, but
I was supposed to be on that song.
Listen, I do the another round with Chris Brown. The shit is out of control popping. You know, this game, you need to be on a roll. Sometimes when I was young, I would just say what you want. I was just throwing out hits. So much I gave Ja Rule New York. I felt like it was hit mania. Like there's no way I could stop. Everything I did was a hit, number one. Then you get to that motherfucking gray area.
I'm like,
no, I'm telling you, I'm putting them out. Just everything I put out, I know it's gone. It's gone. I'm putting out hits. Then you get to that little stumble where you try and catch that shit again. That ain't easy.
Right.
Facts.
I go in the studio with Chris Brown. We got another one, right? So now
that was my shit too.
Yeah, that's
but
that's
you
be on
that was
that's my shit.
Right? So we make another one after that. I swear to God, it was a smash hit. And Kanye hears it and says, yo, let me work on that record. He changed the whole fucking record. He made it like, we had another one. I had another one coming right after the Chris Brown shit. Like another one. Like I had one. And he switched the whole shit up. And I know the one time I worked with him, I know what he did to me. What was that process like working with him on the whole album, even though the project came out incredible?
I mean, I definitely feel like, KTSC was like some of his best work and he's amazing. But like what he did with Gonna Love Me, and Ish was like, that nigga was in a whole nother duffel. You know what I'm saying? Like what he did. And that's why I say like some of his best work. That shit is just like incredible, And I think because it was that incredible that I think it became the both of ours versus a my thing, like a me thing. Yeah. I think he was, and as a creative, even now looking at it, like being as though I do everything for everybody, like this was a passion project for him. And I think he was very, 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 very proud of it. And I think that in that moment of being so proud is like, he was living in that moment. And I don't think he thought about everything else that was also a part of that moment. You feel what I'm saying? Because if it was up to me, like dropping that shit right after Fade would have been insane. You feel what I'm saying? But I definitely think that this project was his baby and he treated it as such. You know what I'm saying? And I think both of us, like, he was like, yeah, because you going baby yay on me. So I think both of us being like the super creatives that we are, I think that like in that moment from one creative to another creative, like we both is like, okay, I get that you proud, but this is a proud moment for me too. It was just a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's an amazing project and I think it's a life changer. And it's just like, that was a time to be alive. You just had to be there, you know what I'm saying? And now even today, like I cut so much more grace. Like I give so much more grace because it's just like, people go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think all he ever wanted to do was create, and I know that feeling of just wanting to create. And I think those 7 albums allowed him to just create without any of the extra shit. You feel what I'm saying? So at that point, it was block everybody out.
He was locked
and he showed up for himself. And I think that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? I think we always talk about who's being selfish or whatever, but it's like, you know what? Show up for yourself because it all still helped us in a way. You know what I'm saying? I would have preferred it to move differently and the rollout to be handled differently because I am the baby and I am the girl. So it's just like, out of everybody here, I've been waiting the longest. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else here is consistent with their music. I don't have consistent music. So I needed you to pour into, like continue on the passion of it. You was passionate, like knowing you killed these fucking beats. Now be passionate about this rollout and understand that, we're in this together. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Crack, I think they're trying to steal a little bit of your percentage or something, you know what I mean?
Let me explain something to you. First of all, I ain't even say nothing. Nelly came right in with like, yo, Crack, you trying to take the credit. It's the fucking truth. Why I'm always getting scolded in this show?
I was trying to protect you, champ.
Don't protect. You know what's up.
I'm trying to protect you.
No, but you know what's up. I'm not lying.
I was there.
You was there. You was on my phone. Yo, listen. They announced how you doing, brother and sister?
Hey, Joe.
They announced the verses. My first, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Come on. It was like viral.
I'm not gonna.
It wasn't viral. It was viral for your call because it came so fast. And it said, yo, brother, you leave me there? I didn't know I was in for the fix, right? I'm like, yo, you know what?
Premeditate.
You guys had just did the verses. You actually fucked me up because your verses was so hood and so ghetto. They was I'm just saying they shooting dice. I love it. It's the greatest. It's the greatest moment in hip hop I've seen in my lifetime recent.
No doubt.
Right? I'm just keeping it real with you. But they definitely was. You wasn't at the bathroom. They were shooting dice and smoking blunts at the bathroom. Girls had to walk over dice games. This shit was C74
Shout out to
Rikers
the
Island. No. So you had me thinking I was the next verses that it was going to be ghetto. So you know what's up. I'm thinking about all these underground songs. He called me. I said, man, Nelly might be too big for this. Because, by the way, Nelly done sold 30, 40 million records.
We gonna get into
He's
that.
way too big. So I said, yo, you know what? You might want to fall back, right?
Uh-oh.
And then I'm going through it, and I said, we better call Dirty. So, but I didn't know you were setting me up the whole time. And so I call you back. He was like, I'm there. You're my brother. One thing I can say, you know, of course, that's your wife.
Got it. Say no more.
This my sis on another level, right?
I know that.
Yes.
So I don't think people really understand that when we call brother and sister, that's a different type of talk.
Yes, sir.
So it's like, it's a different type of talk. It's like, yo, that's my sister. We have friends, associates, people. But when we in that lane, it's a different type of lane. And so I don't think nothing of it, man. And you came out there sleepwalking. You seen that, you was like, you walk across the whole shit. I see, yo, I've been duped. I've been taken for a ride. I've been taken.
It had nothing to do with you.
Nothing. You think he was in the world? This guy's so
whole
rich.
show,
You think he care about coming to verses? This guy come over
I
here.
love this guy. This is why we love him.
You lied,
This is why
man.
we
You
love
wanted
him.
your own thing back.
Listen.
And you caught a Birkin and a baby in the mouth out of this shit. You out of control with the shit.
Never in my
A
life.
Birkin and a baby is amazing.
But the scenario was a little bit different.
Okay.
Right? I saw the verse of what's the name, and I knew what was going on.
I didn't.
I was gonna just so happen I was up in New York. I was gonna be there for something a little bit different.
You was there early too,
I
Dirty.
was there. I was
Super
there for
early.
something else. So when it was like that, I was just letting you know, yo, I'm up here. I'm gonna be up there. If you need me to pop out, I was just letting you know because I knew where verses was going. It was different from the time I did it. This shit has went to Madison Square Garden.
Hold up one second.
This is different.
You added to the delusion. Like you came in my room early and was like, you got this. He can't mess with you. I'm like, yo, yeah, we going. I'm like, yo, this guy got 1,000 hits.
Hold on. No, I told you to recognize the beat.
Wired.
I said recognize the beat. And that wasn't me. That was your other sister had you pumped and ready to.
God,
She had you ready. She had you ready to go. But I definitely said, no, you got to do you. You know, you got this because you're him. You were pacing. It was on your mind. You knew what you were in for.
Oh, I mean, that's a
You knew what you were in for. You were like, yo,
That's a different
this
conversation.
guy's got 1,000 hits, Mo. This guy's got I said, don't worry about, you got this, man.
Let me explain
You
something.
got this.
The
And then you
verses-
got,
The verses is the closest thing to a boxing match.
Yeah.
So when I came down, I stood at Uncle Dan's house in Jersey. When I came downstairs, the doorman was like, get him, Joe. I get in the car, I swear to God. I get in the car, the FedEx man was like, Get him, Crack.
Everywhere you go.
Old lady crossing the street. Get him, Joe. Drag him. I was like, yo. I was like Canelo or something. I was like, oh. And then, just like a boxing match, when it got to like that 13th, 14th, and 15th thing, I just kept feeling body blow, body blow, body blow. I said, oh my God, this guy, he's swinging for the fences.
Man, you guys had
How
a
do
great
you
night.
feel in that? Because you was in the...
Oh man, I felt like the tennis match. You know what I'm saying? I was like this. Okay, Joe, going back and forth. But you know, I love both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I was definitely going to be there. But you know, when I spoke to you after, why you ain't tell me this nigga was gonna be there? Whoa, why you ain't tell me?
He didn't get out till I seen him surprised.
Joe is just as guilty as dirty.
Thank you, Jada.
I called my brother and said, yo, I'm
I don't go against this
me.
woman for nobody. It's facts, factual. I don't go against her for nobody. Her
That's
and
my
Rem,
brother.
I don't go against them, right? This guy lined me up. And I didn't think about it till he came out and started sleepwalking through the...
Yo,
They got video of it.
when I came upstairs at rehearsal, Rim had him in there like Customato and Tyson.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta get up, Joey. You gotta just left, right, and left. I was like, yeah, Crack look ready. Look like you was in
But
there
look at
swaying.
this. You announced... not only that, right? She got pregnant behind this thing. Like,
Man.
Shanti never got pregnant in her life.
Hold on, let me.
Yo, what the hell?
Hold on.
What the hell?
What the helly?
What the hell?
What the helly?
Hold on. We heard.
What the Nelly?
We heard you say that Nelly set you up.
See,
We heard Shawnee say you set her up. Now, I was also a guest on that verse.
Yes.
To do New York with y'all at the end. And being in the crowd or being in the cut where I was at, watching the show before I went on, God is my witness. When you saw her, we got the footage. It was like a kid with the bike. They put PlayStation, the bike he wanted, everything. You had a different.
what you talking about? No, that was at the end of the show.
You had a different glow.
It was all
Mesmerized.
Hold
She
on,
has
bro.
a hit record called
What?
Mesmerized.
Oh, God.
No. She got it. Now we love you. You're dirty. Let me tell you something.
Shit, the
Listen.
thighs was looking all right.
She was on fire.
Look,
No. Hold
Yeah.
up. You're a handsome guy. Pause, whatever they want to say. You've always been a handsome guy. The ladies love you. But this woman,
listen.
around that, she was on fire. You seen all them bathing. She was in St. Croix.
She was doing what she was doing.
Too much.
I heard.
I'm like, yo,
Thank
sis,
you,
I was
bro.
hating
Thank
on her.
you, bro.
I'm calling her like, yo, what the fuck? Get out of there.
Get out of
She's
there.
in Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, this every week.
Trinidad.
Bathing suit shit. I'm like, she's like, she looks more beautiful than when she was younger.
Well,
This
thank
is a
you,
fact.
bro.
You was looking at them pictures on that IG. Correct.
Joe, did I?
Look, y'all don't want to do the show.
Hold on.
Y'all don't want to do this shit. Yo,
Don't
Jada,
do
leave
it.
this shit. You do it. You
Joe,
run the
y'all-
show.
Let him talk. Let me hear.
Hold on. Was I by myself?
What do you mean?
I had somebody with me. I didn't come there for that.
And I was in
When
a
I
situation.
walked, when I walked in your room, it was somebody with me.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I know you did. When I walked in your room, it was somebody with me. I did not come
Oh, I
there
thought it was Jermaine Dupri
for
with
that.
you. That's the only guy I seen with you, Jermaine Dupri.
Yo.
No, I'm telling the
Because
truth.
here's the thing. I did not want to cause no friction. I did not. You two brothers
you
was
know,
there
you know
doing
me.
what you was doing. And I was like, yo, this is a beautiful situation.
You know me.
So I'm going to keep it P.
All right. You know me,
Yo.
and you know me.
100%.
The audience kind of know me for 30 years, but they don't really know me.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the shit I say sound crazy, but I need 10%. Whatever this Brad Pitt, this kid, Muhammad Ali gonna make. I'm in this management contract for something.
Right.
This guy look like Muhammad Ali when he was born. Yeah. Have y'all showed him yet, or he's gonna be on the show?
No, we didn't show him yet.
Not even in the show.
I'm leaving that to her.
I was there for his 9th birthday.
Yes, we sang happy birthday in the UK, 9 months. Uncle Joe was there.
She got a good baby, man. She lucked out.
Yes,
He's always laughing.
Yes.
He doesn't cry.
I just got a chance to see him. He beautiful. His energy.
Oh man, appreciate it.
Aw,
Yeah,
thank
great
you.
energy. Great energy.
I told everybody, I said like this, I'm on the red carpet. It was like, did you see Ashanti and Nelly's baby? I said, the most beautiful baby in the world.
Yo,
Joe.
This man was born. No, this man was born with a full set of hair.
He got that mink.
The
He got the
skin,
mink. He
right?
got the
skin.
mink.
I'm not exaggerating. I'm sorry, y'all don't see him yet. But this guy's a star, and I know I got at least to get some type of paper off of this deal right now.
We got you, Uncle.
Me and you both, because he a $500,000 in the hole, because I was on tour when he decided to come out 2 weeks early. So he kind of cost me 2 shows. No, he cost me 2 shows and a party. And I need my money.
He was born $500,000.
Yeah, he
In the
born
hole.
$500,000 in the hole.
We gonna make that up. We gonna make that up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we made it up. We got
need
the birth of a legend.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, man.
Thank
Bless
you.
us, bless us,
Thank
bless
you.
us.
So you know love.
Yes.
Love overpowers hate.
By twos.
Overpowers every other thing. You know, sometimes hearts miss each other. It ain't always guaranteed to hit each other and find the right thing. And so you guys definitely spun the block and came back and your hearts joined together. And there's nothing like that for you guys to make a TV show called We Belong Together. This is like, and it's just
segue past it.
Hey, let's go, Joe.
Hey, thank you, Jada. Thank you.
Amen, brother.
I mean, I mean, I know what it's like. I'm just asking you. Y'all both more mature. Y'all figured out, damn, man, that was my guy. You figured out that was my girl. We both well off in life, thank God.
I think that's basically it, man. We had a chance to see, and I hate using that example, but it is. I mean, it's in a way, not to minimize it, but it's like getting a chance to test drive a vehicle. Then you know, like, yo, that's the one. That's the one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, maybe it ain't something. Nah, it's all that and this something. So it's just like, yo, this is the one that you feel you want to ride off until
You
the
ain't been
sunset
saying
with.
much.
I'm listening.
This is a male-driven show.
I see.
No, we need the ladies to speak up.
And that's amazing. She ain't talking.
You need your
I'm
perspective, Johnny.
listening. I mean, I agree. You know, I said I feel like what's meant to be will be. You know, we were together off and on for 11 years. We broke up for almost 10 years. And I didn't know what was going to happen, you know, the next time I saw him. We hadn't seen each other until that night. So, you know, when the breakup first happened, it's like when you see him, I'm like, oh, I'm going to punch him. You know what I mean? Like, I hate him. I'm going to just, you know, it was one of those. So being that so much time went by, that was the first night in almost a decade that we saw each other, talked to each other, anything. So for it to happen like that, it was just like, oh, shit.
That was God.
Since you got the Birkin and the baby.
The Birkin and the baby and the ring. Don't play with me.
Oh,
and the ring.
Hello.
Hello.
She got the ring. Lorraine. No, Lorraine. She said to me. She says to me. She says, I don't know. She asked me one time, yo, bro, why it ain't working out for me like that, right? And I was like, yo, sis, you know, when a guy take you on a date, you got moms, 10 cousins, DJ, security, like, yo, on a date with a whole 12 clip. Imagine you take a girl, yo, I like you, let's go on a date. It's the whole fam. I said, yo, sis, maybe if you cut off some of the entourage on the date. She was like, you think so, Joe? I said, yo, I tell you, but the moral to the story is this woman has managed to have the cleanest reputation in this business because she had her mother and her family and her thing. You ain't with no washed up stories and all that. You got a prime time, right?
Thank you.
And so, no. I mean, I'm telling you, I attribute that to you, of course, but I attribute that to your mother and your family for being there, because the biggest problem, even in my projects when I grew up, is women being influenced by other women. And if a woman got dirt on her, she definitely want a friend to get dirt on her. And, yo, but talk to him, but this, yo, but this, and then ha ha.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Facts.
And so she ain't got no dirt on her face clean. And so I love that for y'all too.
Thank
now,
you.
this man right here, I don't know if he knows, he took me on my first real tour. And Keisha Cole used to open up for us, and she would sing "What's Love." Keisha Cole would be behind the curtain singing "What's Love" live, and we went all around the country, and you and your entire crew, right, just all of y'all, treated me with so much love over the years. You guys, every time I see you guys, you bring a smile on my face. I mean, all of your guys, all of your guys are amazing. And this is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And has this slowed up your schedule, or y'all still pew, pew?
Nah, we still pure.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I mean, with her, obviously with the baby, she's trying to less as possible. But I'm doing the rest of the tour, the rest of the year. We did Australia, Canada, and Europe. She was actually with me for a majority of Europe. And then now we start back here in the States in the end of this month, towards a couple weeks or something like that. So thank God I'm still 26 years later.
Greatest album ever to come out of hip hop is Mobb Deep Infamous.
He said New York.
New York. I definitely think that's one of them. I definitely wouldn't argue. I wouldn't argue with that. You know what I mean? The Infamous album did a lot for me. It did a lot for my brothers.
Yeah.
It did a lot for hip hop. Shit was incredible.
Phenom. You know when Prodigy died, I was at his funeral, and it was so. First of all, you walk in the funeral and they playing boom boom. They had a band playing it. Boom boom. There's a war going on outside. No man to say. They was playing the beat when you walk in the funeral. A band. Could have been the Roots. I don't know. Somebody. They playing that. So I'm in the back. I'm tearing up. And it just hit me at that moment that say if hip hop was a pyramid, we lost like a big stone. Like I was in there and I realized, like, yo, we really took a L. You know, Prodigy is dead. And in the middle of the whole shit, you know how when your friends come up there and talk about you, one of them mans got up there and was like, and fuck KRS-One, the bridge ain't over there. I'm like, yo, wow. 30 years later, they still shooting at us. I'm like, yo, I'm with you. I'm at the funeral with you, baby. What you talking about? I don't give a fuck, this, that, yo, face. And you know, but my favorite album of all time, whether New York or anybody, is Illmatic, Nasty Nas. Even when I'm on that plane, you know, my biggest fear, the plane, when that shit start doing all this shit, he'd be like, you want to take a license for this? Your ass should be out saying going to get something. Yo, thumb, pass the Henny, bud. And they got, you know, all that shit. Yo, son, nah. You know, this is Illmatic. You know, even when you got the record deal or you don't got the... See, that's what's hip-hop. Hip-hop's missing that a lot, too. Those legendary skits. Them Wu-Tang skits. Yo, son, I'm hit. Wu-Tang?
Drag me in the building. Yeah, come take the 17. The 17, huh? Go ahead, son. They definitely missing skits. But anytime you talk about legendary or classic album or any of that, it could go for days, like a religious argument. So
yeah, it is.
But I only think it was a problem if it's things on the list that nobody agrees of. You know what I mean? So
that's the story of the Grammys.
When Ninth Wonder sat down and said,
that's the story of
infamous,
the Grammys.
I'm not.
Look, I had beef with 50
Cent.
Cent. I watched him come into the fucking Grammys. He sold 30 million records. You remember that first 50 Cent album? He was nominated. That nigga might have lost the tic-tac-toe. He got up and looked around and walked right back out that fucking Grammy. Like the Grammy, they've been better these years, right? But they had it all the way fucked up. Like they was giving, fucking Mork and Mindy the Grammy over Biggie and shit like this. And you sitting there like, yo, this shit is nuts. I watched 50 Cent walk in, sold 30 million records, man. G-Unit. Bo, we could get this shit popping. Bo. He walked up in there, his seat wasn't even warm. He sat there for like 2 seconds. And the winner is Herbal and Peaches over here.
Yo.
And the man got up and walked out. And that's when I knew, we all fucked in the Grammys. When I saw that shit, I said, oh no, everybody fucked in the Grammys. Like, and I don't know what expertise they use. If it has to be elevator music or some shit, I don't know what it is. I know I lost 2 of my Grammys. I got nominated, I want to say 6 times. One I lost to the Black Eyed Peas for Lean Back, and they didn't even have Fergie with them. They didn't even have the white girl yet. So they was really not even popping at the time, right?
They was just the Black Eyes.
Yeah, the Black Eyes. Yeah. They ain't have Fergie. If you ain't got Fergie, you ain't supposed to be winning Lean Back. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't. You at least Fergie, we understand. We got Fergie. But then the second one I lost was Chance the Rapper. I still don't, let me tell you something. I'm bitter about that. I'm bitter. Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, I know Chance.
He beat all the way up. Remy comes out of jail for 8 years.
What songs?
I come out of jail.
What song was the?
No, he won with that. The only song. You don't want no problems. Got no problems with me. That's a decent song, but it didn't mean as much as the hood. We went to jail, both of us. We came back. We had our all-time low. We put out a record. I'm all the way up. It goes #1, and Chance the Rapper wins. Come on, man. They wasn't tapped into the culture right. Automatically, you're supposed to give it to the Robin Hoods.
I got nominated once. I don't know who I lost to.
Let me tell you something. This man, Big Pun, first Latino to sell 2 million records solo. We go to the Grammys. We rent the biggest mansion. This man get the girls to come from San Francisco. They did the finger waves on Pun. Pun had the finger waves like Mac Dre and all those guys out there in San Francisco. That's the infamous pictures. We got the big suits with each other. Like,
I remember that.
Man, we walked up in there. Your man Ricky Martin was up there. He was living la vida loca. We was like, oh shit. I waited my whole life to go to the Grammys. I'm looking at this. Everybody's over there. You got fucking every superstar you ever name in your life. So we just sit down in 1 second. When we get there, the guy from Loud Records come up and be like, yo, they did the hip hop before this. Y'all lost. Pun said, man, fuck these. Let's get the fuck out of here. Fuck the Grammys. I said, yo, Pun. It's the first time we've been invited to some fly. She was like, fuck them. You coming with me or not? I was like, oh my God. We walked up out of that shit. He was tight. He was tight. So they really matter. People definitely want to get celebrated.
I think it's somebody in the academy that figured out we happy with just getting nominated.
Nah, fuck that.
Like, do y'all have, as guys that's been in the game for over 20 years, like, do y'all have people that you haven't rapped with that you want to rap with? Is anybody left?
I actually got to do a verse for G-Rap, but
You've been
I always say 3 stacks.
You've been stalling that verse,
stack.
man. Jada.
I ain't got no damn time. I'm shooting all these. Joe Jada took over my life. But Andre 3 stacks, Stevie Wonder.
Oh wow.
I want to do a collab, but actually 3 stacks okayed it. I just got to speak to Stevie. See if I can see eye to eye with Stevie and we can get this shit.
Well, he got a show here.
Come on, Jada, man. What the fuck, man?
I talk about on the song, man. I ain't talking about.
Come on, Jada. Yeah,
I ain't know I had a little bit of skills in case I got to fill in.
You know he gonna hear that shit.
Nah.
Yeah. Hey, not only is he gonna hear it, when he walk up to him, he be like, I seen that shit you said.
How about you, Joe?
Will come up and say, I seen that shit you said about me.
There's only one person I never worked with that I would love to work with, and it's Dr. Dre.
Oh, shit. You never did a Dre?
No, I never did a Dre. Out of all people, I never did a Dre.
I got a song with
got me
Drake
beat.
before this.
I don't have a song with Drake.
Bilal. He produced one of the Bilal singles down the movie.
Yeah, I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? So that's about the only person.
Crazy.
We work with everybody. You know, to be the greats is Eminem. The greats is,
I got Eminem.
you know, I started with Big Pun, one of the greatest. Big L, one of the greatest.
Of course.
We got the Rock with Hove. And shout out to Nori. We didn't get to tell him, but, you know, thanks for Nori and Memphis Bleak for making the All the Way Up remix possible. They say I never give him credit. So I had to give him credit. But I've been able to work. I've been able to, you know, a lot of times I like to work with people that could be my friends, but I admire their work so much. And so like Mary be in my house all the time, but you know, Mary.
Bro, that's funny that you brought that up because Chico would I say this shit all the time. I want to go over Mary J. Blige's house and just kick it on like a Sunday.
Well, you come to my house, she's there all the time. And so,
because I know she's going to have the vibe right, the music going to be good. She going to be sipping a little wine.
You know, she's sipping wine that got us wine.
Spaghetti or love like that.
Yeah.
That's she give it up.
Shout out to Mary. I love Mary J.
Yo, Mary also know how to throw them shots
Shout out to
silently.
Mama,
Mary is a hood
LT.
Yeah, that's
rich
the story about.
So she'll sit there and, you know, and she'll be like.
Keep it solid as, you think just because she MJ, she ain't, but she'll chill, you know, that's all that shit you said.
I've been saying that shit for like 10 years. I knew, I could feel it.
You know, when I tell when I test my material on Mary, right? Because Mary sit down, she like to hear the stories. When I say, she be like, you ain't shit, nigga. You ain't shit, Joe. I be like, yo, Mary, what's up? Nah, you fucked up. Like,
yeah, you know, probably be telling her the real
I tell her
story.
stories
that
I can't tell here.
Yeah.
The dumb shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you be like, dumb shit. And when I'm telling her, she be like, you ain't shit, nigga. You ain't shit.
Listen, if you can only imagine, like, that's the thing about the podcast. Like, you know, you watch podcasts a little different. You'll put it on and be ironing your clothes or cleaning up. But you'll walk out and walk in, and this man will say some wild shit, and you don't know where the conversation was at. The other day I was watching you, all I heard was you say, yeah, I gotta taste that shit. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all talking about, man? What type of shit he gotta taste, man? What
must have been a junior cheesecake or some shit.
I need the glizz.
That was crazy.
Need the glizz.
That's really not crazy.
You said, you said I'm a he said I'm a glizzy monster.
Cereal
glizzy.
Yes, but the point is, you gotta be vulnerable. You gotta be real. The people you ain't gotta hide. You know, that's the problem with society now. We wanna hide shit and be like we perfect. Fuck that. I like a hot dog.
Well, why you tell me I gotta go to Turkey then, if that's the case?
Push back.
I thought it was vulnerability.
You look like G-Rap took a shot at you.
He got one of the best shit ever.
Yeah,
he got one of the best.
You look like you was at the Django and they shot half your shit back.
The Django? Come on, man. That was racist, Joe. Come on, the Django.
That shit was like
the Django.
You shot the whole top off.
Joe, get on.
Man, nah, man, I'm not messing with Joe, man. There's too many Puerto Ricans. I know.
Listen, let me explain something.
150.
I'm telling you
then
the truth.
He be telling the story.
Listen,
you know the guy Chico
I'm telling
Bean?
you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not being funny. I'm not this. Go to Turkey. Get your shit right.
He like his shit. I like
my shit like that.
Do with his shit.
I like my hair like you like glizzies, nigga. Not like my hair like you like glizzies. This is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? If you can enjoy a glizzy proudly in front of 50,000 people at the Yankee Stadium,
okay,
I can walk around like that.
I do it. Like I really be in
hey, you know what I do when people ask me about Chico?
I'm not hiding the glizzy.
What?
I try to make them feel bad for asking me. Man, what's up with Chico, man? Tell him to cut that shit off. I'm like, that's fucked up. Because you know we about to have surgery, right? And then they be like, oh, my bad.
Oh my God, man.
You got a guilt trip, man. Fuck that. Chico don't give a fuck, bro.
Yo, let me ask you something.
Y'all been doing it for so long they had to move through the game back in the day. Like, I ask people this all the time. Like, what was the difference between being famous when famous was famous, like, versus now?
Before the iPhone came out.
Before social media, before the internet. What was that like?
I think it was more. I think it was beautiful. I think it was like the best time. That's the... people got their different categories of the golden era, but I say the most goldenest era is before this shit. You know what I'm saying? When everything had to be in here, when you can do something and don't have to worry about somebody over there passing it to Harvey or whatever the fuck these, any platform, when you was able to, when life was a little more private and when you had a good time, it had to be in here or in here. It was, you know what I mean? If you missed it, it ain't no scrolling to find it the next day. You just missed it. You gotta wait till the next one.
You gotta hear about it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I think was the best time in my life before these.
My time.
He was still catching lawsuits before somebody.
Yeah, I was catching lawsuits. I was set up.
Let's go to another side.
Mike Tyson paid so much money. Mike Tyson was like that too. They used to set him up. Yeah. They used to start with him.
Mike,
and knock
you ain't
him
the
out.
champ. $100 million.
$1 million. Like they were catching Mike Tyson all the time. I had to teach myself.
I don't think I want $1 million that bad.
Like,
from Mike, a punch?
Hell no.
I don't think I wanted that.
I don't want it. I don't want that. But nah.
No.
If Mike hits you, you'll never be the same, bro.
Yeah,
ever.
You gotta wake up every morning and drink a chocolate milk and shit.
Yeah.
He gonna fuck you
through
up.
your neck.
Oh no, he gonna fuck you.
You gotta drink it through your neck.
Chocolate milk every
He just
morning.
beat a guy up last year on the plane, but he was just giving him rib shots. He purposely wasn't hitting
He
him in
never
the head.
gave it a burp again, that guy.
Yeah, I don't want to run into none of that. Like, even every story that you hear about y'all back in the day, the Terror Squad, like they said you guys were the Terror Squad.
Allegedly.
Yeah, the Terror Squad and the Warlocks.
Yeah, the Warlocks. Yeah, like that's just a different type of era. I couldn't imagine.
They beat motherfuckers up with a chain. Big ass lock on them.
Allegedly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Not just fights, these brawls with a whole club.
But the whole club, everybody fight.
The promoter pissed on himself.
Everybody.
Fat Joe is outside with 211 Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and everybody that speaks Spanish.
Yeah, for real. And one Czechoslovakian. That's the one you got to worry about.
Yo, where's my man from? We got one.
Yo, we got one.
Huh? Croatia. We got
you
one.
see what I'm saying?
And then like the human prototype.
Then he telling the story the next day on. So look, it's me, Nina Sky, Nori, Jadakiss' cousin,
and the Croatian guy.
And the Croatian guy.
We got to go right to it. The Knicks last night.
How
This is
about
our first show. Knicks last night. What did you take from that? What was you thinking? Where was you at? What was the vibe?
I was in the stew, for one, working on a feature of many that I got to do for people.
Do you play the volume in the studio that like you hear them talk, or you just?
Nah, I leave it. I leave it.
Man.
But it was so crazy. It was like it was you know.
was tuned in.
Yeah, I'm telling the engineer, look, he's trying to mix the ad-lib. Look, they tied it up. It's going. So yeah, nah, you know what I mean? To get one in Boston, when everybody doubted us, we was 9.5-point underdogs, and then go in there and pull one off. Pause was incredible.
What I took from last night, the main thing that stood out to me.
We played together. It was a team effort. You know what I mean?
Finally. Hold up. Finally, Mikal Bridges earned that contract. I was not convinced this whole season.
I told everybody,
4
man.
number 1 picks. This, that. When we eventually won the game, it dawned upon me. I said, "Okay,
did you see what did you see his impact? Did you see his impact yesterday?"
Yes, absolutely. But what I'm trying to tell you is I didn't see it the whole season. I don't know if he tries to play shy. I don't know if he just comes when he wants to light him up.
Hold on, ain't there such thing as playoff Jimmy? He turned into a different Mikal Bridges in the playoffs, man.
No, but
that's what we needed.
What I'm saying is we pay these guys
to win the championship.
Not just him. We pay the people who picked these guys. So I wasn't happy with how they recruited them, to be honest with you. And last night when it all was said and done, I said, yo, these guys, because you thinking, the whole thing you thinking, the champs is Boston. Let's not get it confused. They the champs. They got a whole lot of Jason Tatum, a whole lot of Jaylen Brown. They got a whole lot of, even Al Horford is 100 years old and he still be disrespectful.
I ain't gonna call him 100.
No, I'm just saying, I'm older than him, but I'm just letting you, he's an OG in the game. But what I'm saying to you is, every team on the off season is trying to compete against that team. That's the championship team. So when you're looking at the team at the start of the game and everybody's saying it's impossible for us to win, eventually we win the first game. I realized when I recruiting, Leon Rose, what he envisioned. And it worked to expertise last night. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Technically, in any other time, see, you got to understand, as Knicks fans, we've been hurting for 20 years. We've been let down for 20. No, since 1973, technically. But I'm just saying, in our era, 20, 30 years, we've been hurting. And so any win we get or any way we come up, we just over-celebrate and be like, oh, my God, right? But Jalen Brunson, under any other circumstance, he would be considered a ball hog on any team. Because he need the ball in his hand every single time.
He's a shoe. He's a killer. He's a killer. He wants. He sometimes he see nothing but the team on his back. It's good and it's bad sometimes. Last night he was a killer and he was utilizing his teammates.
I agree with you all the way. My thing is, the man's a killer. He's a winner. We seen too many players for years that they were happy with being close but no cigar. They get to the third round, they happy. They just, he's a finisher. He's actually trying to bring a championship to New York City. And if nobody else believe, he believe.
You gotta believe. You know that
45 song? Missed threes by the Celtics yesterday.
Yeah, that was crazy. One quarter, I think they shot 20. They missed 19 out of 23 pointers. That was crazy. But that's when they making them, they blow you out the arena. And when they missing them, we come back from 20. I hope they miss a lot more.
What a win for the New York Knicks. We don't know how to act. Knicks fans don't know how to act. I've been looking, because we won, I'm enjoying it. So I'm looking at Instagram, like random people. The way Knicks fans celebrate, Knicks fans is we just too much.
We go overboard.
Oh, man. They got parties, all type of shit. Motherfucker, wait. They can't come back from 20. There's no way they're going to lose. And then the last play, when Mikal grabs the ball off of Jaylen Brown, he started going crazy. Fuck that. I told y'all this.
He felt like he was worth it.
Man, Jaylen Brown is hurt. Technically, he's hurt. He banged up.
His knee ain't right now.
He banged up. And Porzingis, thank God, that guy.
What happened? He caught the
sat
flu?
out the whole, I don't know. What he caught, the flu? He might have got the stomach. I caught a stomach bug nobody want the stomach bug.
Nah.
The vomit and the shit same time. You don't want parts of that right there, man. I'm telling you. The stomach bug? I've been shot and I had the stomach bug a couple of times. You do not, under any circumstance, be flying from LA to New York with the stomach bug on the plane. That's that bombs over Baghdad in your stomach.
How about if you had the stomach bug in the Luther seats?
Yo. Motherfucker, the Hulkamaniacs. When we go to the game, I had a question for you I was thinking about. I said, how do you decide in a time like this, you get courtside tickets? It's 2. How do you decide who you take with you? Does your son ask to come? Does which one in the crew gets to sit next to you? What is that like? Because I have
most like if any of my kids ask to go, they gonna win the other ticket hands down unanimously. My man K will catch it, but I got people with me that love basketball more than him, so he don't mind being in BB.
He don't
care. He's one row behind the floor and
you good.
He's still chilling, so he appreciate either or. But I got some of my friends that they bucket list is to sit on the floor, so I try to switch them up and let different dudes
I don't know if Rich know, because Rich is the honorary seat holder.
Yeah.
When I sit here, that's Rich's seat technically.
So he ain't let nobody else get
that.
No,
they get it. They work them.
No baby girl could get it.
They start bothering them. My daughter be like, I'm going to the game tomorrow. I be like, Ma, you ever talk to Uncle Rich? Like, Oh, he know what's up. I'm going to get. I'm saying, nah. That's Uncle Rich seat. Like, you got to figure this one out. And they hitting me for more. You know they hitting me bad. Like, yo, the next game.
Can I catch a game with you? Yeah.
It's hard to pick who's gonna go. You know, it's hard. But when we talk about when I sit there, the first thing I do is look up to the Luther seats. And so why we call it the Luther is years ago I used to have to sit up a deck. And so I mean really, there's an upper deck. There's an upper deck in Madison Square Garden where you have to duck to get and sit in the seat. Like I'm talking about that's where all the Hulkamaniacs are at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Hulkamaniacs are up there. They'll put you in a pretzel. You don't know what? That's a rowdy crew. How about them guys are so happy to be up there, they might have borrowed the money to be up there. That's the truth. They might have borrowed the money to be up there.
Depending on the ticket, it could cost a lot to be up there.
Hell yeah. So I'm saying back in the days, Luther Vandross, rest in peace, is my favorite singer of all time. I remember one concert I threw the suit on and my shit, I looked like a bus driver, the sky blue shirt with the suit, and I'm upper deck ducking. My wife got a dress on and we looking at this motherfucking Luther Vandross about this little from up there. A house is not a home. And so we call that the Luther seats up there. What an experience to sit courtside at something like this, man. It's an honor. I want to shout out the Knicks for always taking care of me,
Definitely shout out to the whole Knicks organization for taking care of myself. Joe Crack.
Denver, did you see this game?
Denver.
Listen,
how did they pick? They already picked the MVP? Because I think after this series, he might move up a couple notches on Shea. Yeah, 42, 22, and 9. That's like an inhuman. That's crazy, dog.
42, 22, and 9.
Yeah, that don't even make. What is that? That's crazy, dog.
That is insane. And so you think he's MVP?
I don't know how somebody that a 7 foot, whatever size he is, averaging a triple double for the whole season or two. But
I'll tell you what
insane.
The problem is. There is no problem, right?
What's the problem?
But I'll tell you what the problem is that people don't understand with the Joker is in America, we learn, how people sing, they go do, re, mi, fa, sol, Now I'm telling you, when they play sports, they teach them the same dribble, who to pass it to, who this and this and that. The Joker come from like Serbia or some shit, from over there, right? He learned the opposite way. So he
taught him the reverse way?
Yeah. He does stuff you're not supposed to do. You see the ball flying right past you, be like, no way he made that. That's like 101 in Gaucho's gym. They teach you not to pass that ball like that. Joker does exactly that. So all American players, they don't know what he's gonna do. They fucked up because they know how you come in any other way. Joker could do anything and he does it at his own.
And he moves slow. He's unstoppable.
I call him a slinky. He's like a slinky. He's like this, that. You know how the slinky be going down the stairs? He's like a slinky, but he gets the job done. The other day, the last series, not even this one. Last series, he came in there, and the Joker, he a big boy, so he come in there sloppy. Last series, he had his cheekbones showing. What? That's how I know the boxers is going to win. Let me tell you something. That's how I know the boxers is going to win. Because when a boxer come in the ring and his cheekbones show, that mean that boy been training for real. The Joker last series, he's chubby. He had the cheekbone. Oh, no, he's not playing.
The Joker was doing boxing training?
I'm just saying he just was not for play. He came up in there and he meant business. He was not going to lose. I don't care who you threw at him, Kawhi, Harden, whoever. He was not going to lose. I seen it in the cheekbones. The Joker's a different kind of animal right now.
In the cheekbones.
I'm sorry. You know what I'm talking about.
What do people ask you to do? What's your most successful impersonation?
Oh, shit.
Would you say? I know they all are, but
they like the
Tony. Gotta be one that people always ask you to do.
They like the Tony Soprano.
Oh, yeah, you be killing.
Fucking metal with AJ. She's going out of the fucking arty. She's got the metal gut, but the good fucking gravy.
Oh, my kids love it. Metal and Asian. And my sister Janice and fucking Johnny Shack.
Yo, that shit is crazy to me. That shit is.
I don't know. My voice might be a
You
little
ever
fried.
walked in an Italian spot, an all Italian joint, and you start talking like that, the whole fucking place will look at you, right? They be like, yo, what the fuck?
They love it. And when I do it at the show, it's like the Italians go, fucking niggas good.
You know, that one guy, he does a good Denzel.
Oh, just C King?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. He, of all the dudes that did Denzel, me, Godfrey, my man Reggie Reg out of Chicago, C King, and Dean Edwards. And again, this plays to people going, man, you a hater. You don't give it up to other people. I said, listen, C King is so cold with it. I stopped doing it because I felt foolish. He's dead the fuck on. And every chance I get to promote him, I tell people will still hit me up and go, yo, you're Denzel. I go, C King, he got the crown, man.
He got that.
He got the crown.
Yeah, it's
He
like
cold
that.
with that.
It's like that. Sometimes, you know, you got a big, sometimes somebody does something so good, you don't want to fuck with it.
Well, you know, everybody, like there's certain impressions that everybody owns. Like you go, Frank Caliendo owns Madden. C. King owns Denzel. Jay Farrell owns Will Smith. So for me, it's like Tony Soprano, Shaq, you know?
As long as I score 28-10, I'm going to dominate. If you don't score 28-10, you ain't going to dominate. I get the ball on inside, outside game. You got to get a big dog the ball, man.
Yo, but why you gotta put the eyes?
That's the comedic. That's a little comedic.
That's the part of it.
That's
Yo, why you making it look like he in the back of the bus, man?
Killed that
Shaq
shit,
is
yo.
so
He sound
rich.
just like that.
Yo,
nigga.
he sound just like, but you ain't see the eyes? Yo, look, yo, kid.
Shaq.
He was doing the real.
Shaq loves
is
it.
in the yellow bus.
Shaq loves it. But
Shaq loves it?
He loves it. He was on Drake.
Hey, I love Jadakiss, but he really fucking me up with this Euro step shit.
I might
This
get
is like,
you a
now listen.
contract.
No. You being a comedian, you seen that shit. You thought somebody helped. Anybody threw the battery in his back for him to hit me with that? That was too good. Yo, that shit was too good.
Joe, I can't keep fighting you for verbal rebound position. Listen, rappers and comedians
have a
little bit of, because it's wordplay. It's jokes, it's metaphors, it's punchlines. So that's not a surprise. Listen, I can rap, but I'm not a rapper. But I can some lyrics. Facts. Let me see. I don't want to embarrass myself, but because I tried to do a Biggie impression and it was awful. But I wrote the lyrics where I said something about Biggie baby delivers, cold like the shivers, talk slick shit, spit game is vicious, malicious. How I roll through you like a cancer, doc speak bleak, talk about your chances, seem to work slow to chemo, flesh to the bone marrow, life went on arrow, fuck sorrow, fuck beef, make peace with your priest at least, nigga think about tomorrow, Papa, spot ya, Biggie B done dropped ya, Chris keep it real, keep it frank like Sinatra. Something like that. So I'm not a rapper, but I you know what I mean?
I can respect
and I'm
that.
better than this new generation. These niggas is garbage.
And you was using the BI voice a little bit.
But I don't really have it like that.
I'm going to ask you one last question. When's the one time you stepped in shit and you just said, holy shit?
Comedically? Oh, that's easy. We ended that Def Comedy Jam tour at the Garden. And at that time, before the clip that I did eventually that went viral, 14 million, I was at a radio station in San Francisco and I did...
So it went viral back then?
No. I'm talking about later, after this moment. And I did Jay-Z, DMX, Snoop, rapping. And it went viral. But before this, the Garden, I didn't write it down. I just thought, I'm going to wing it. And I'm going to just go off the head. And this is why you have to have respect for what you do. I bombed so horrifically. And as I'm walking past Kid Capri's table, two dudes just standing over there at the DJ booth, and one of them goes, I don't know if they said it on purpose so I could hear it or just the timing. He was like, man, that nigga was garbage. And I had to walk back from the Garden to the Hotel Sheridan on 57. I felt like Will Smith and I Am Legend. There was no cars, no people. It was just lonely. It was me by myself. It was the loneliest walk.
It's like change gon' come.
So then that's when I went, you know what, dude? You got to respect this shit. So I smoked the blunt and I wrote. And I wrote the lyrics out and cut to, that's when I did it at the radio station and it went viral.
Fine.
Yeah.
You know what? he just reminded me, this podcast, there's certain guys you can't really big up like that, right? So there's some people I big up and they try to diss me. Like Kid Capri, I call him one of my top 5. It wasn't good enough. He's on his Instagram. We got to discuss this. I seen him at Ray DeJean's funeral. I said, yo, kid, I can't even big you up. Like, I can't even big you up. I call you the number 1 on my top 5 and you still got a problem with it. You on your Instagram like, yo, we got to talk about that. I'm like, yo, kid, I can't be. It's certain guys I'm realizing on this podcast that you can't even big them up because somehow that turns into, how we going to turn this into some other shit?
Right. Dude, sometimes when you speak in your regular voice, especially if I've been smoking a lot and drinking, I get a little raspy. I've been working on it. No doubt. But, let's get it, baby. Congratulations, homie. 1.1 million in a short week. So I'm working on it. Let me see if hold up. And I ain't animated like say a Busta Rhyme. The real shit you get when you break down my line. Had that to the fact I went plat a bunch of time. Time zapper my influence on pop culture. I'm supposed to be number 1 on everybody's list. Oh!
I love you, Tony Soprano. I used you on the intro to the album.
The fucking course you did. You know the fucking deal. All the guys are the fucking Italians. You know what it is? I seen you with the fucking Euro step. You're pretty good.
I think you figured out everything. You just answered it. I think if you analyze this video, you can make certain changes to catapult you to the next level. Just look at the words you said and just make some adjustments.
You know, I think part of what puts me or what's gonna put me on this path is doing stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like for once upon a time ago, I was against the whole social media, putting stand-up clips out. I was against that. But then I was like, you know what, man? I took a page out of Matt Rife's book and was like, let me hire a videographer and let me, pay to play. And because I did that, I went from, within the course of 3 months, I went from 300,000 Instagram followers to 1.4. You know, my Facebook jumped from 300,000 to 1.8. So, and people is funny. Like, I always say most people are fucking idiots because people will say shit online like, man, all he do is crowd work. Do he ever tell a joke? And I said, listen, man, you don't give the kid cocaine away for free. I'm giving you a sample of the product. Once you like the sample, now come to the show and pay for the key. I gotta tell you this. I gotta cut up your food for you to eat like your mother did when you were a toddler so you don't choke. Certain things is common fucking knowledge. Why I gotta tell you this? That's crazy. Man, he's funny. All he does is impressions. So I'm 36 years in this game, and all I know how to do is dunk.
Man, I sit down in the studio sometimes. Like, I heard some shit somebody said, you definitely don't want no part of this, what I'm about to say. He's not responsible for the next line. But somebody said, they not like us. I forget who it was, said that it wasn't mixed right. Somebody said, yo, that wasn't mixed right. Right? I forget who. James, look that up right now because that's important. Somebody said, yo, the music wasn't mixed right, right? And then some people agreed with the person, Rodney Jerkins, somebody agreed with him and said, yeah, it could have been mixed better, right? But all we know is that they not like us is a smoker. That shit tilted the whole hemisphere. Right? And so when I get in the studio with producers and they start to talk about a smash hit record, they be like, the snare wasn't right. The 808, I'm like, yo, bro, no one gives a fuck about what it should have been or how professional it is. The fucking record's number 1. It's a fucking hit. And I've been in there in the studio with producers. This guy didn't use the Tinkerbell right. He didn't, my man, who gives a fuck? This shit is number 1. And so, who was that? DJ Vlad said what?
Well, listen, Vlad...
No, but the engineers agreed with him. They said, Kendrick sent that shit in and said, I want it out in a half an hour. So the engineer was like, yo, I couldn't even mix it. It was just, it was a good, it was a smash hit. He did the best he could and that shit went out there. So he actually was right. I didn't hear it like that. When I hear that shit going crazy in the club, in the stadium, and everything going crazy, I'm like, yo, it's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know how we were supposed to end.
Impersonation. No, because why did I come up with that scenario? You know, I'm fried. I keep telling you.
You showing